Branford Conservation and Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Agency to order. Again, this meeting on Wednesday, September 24th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. First, I'd like to do a roll call of everyone here seated this evening. We have members Bob Whitworth, Frank Borgano, Ashley Joyner. We also have Marie Diamond, our liaison from the Town Council, our Town Planner, Wetlands Administrator, David Perkins. I'm Steve Scavell, and I'm chairman for this evening's meeting. Next, I'd like to do our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next item will be the minutes. Did everyone get a chance to read the minutes? There were two sets here. It looks like they were revised, and is anyone ready? We'll start with the June 18 minutes. Any comments, revisions, or motion to approve?
I can't, we have to separate them, because I can't vote on the second one.
That's fine. Yeah, that's why I'll do one at a time.
Okay.
Yep, that's why I figured we'll start with the 18th. I knew there was one that you couldn't do, so I think Frank, Bob was, and I, or
Yeah,
you voted on that? You were there the 18th? Yeah, you
I
were.
believe so, yeah.
Okay. So would someone like to make a motion, or unless you have any comments or revisions or anything, or?
I was hoping to avoid this at this point, but if you read the minutes,
Yeah.
they do not meet Robert's rules, so there's no way I will make a motion for it.
Okay.
And my plan was to abstain if there was a vote,
Why
instead of
don't we,
voting no.
Why don't we do this then? How about we just make a motion to table this to the end? Let's have a little discussion. I don't want to hold up.
Yeah, and I don't want to cause any
Yeah,
problems
yeah.
for anybody.
Let's
That's not what
discuss
I'm
it.
trying to do.
No, I know. I figured you were going to say that because I wanted.
But the August 27th, I'll make a motion to approve the August 27th meeting.
All right, I'm sorry, Bob, Bob, that's something
The
to say.
only point is, I noticed in the minutes, and I remember I was in DC that week, so the 18th, I was not here for that.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Okay, so we'll go there.
And okay, so,
Thank you.
no problem. I'm glad you clarified
We'll wait
that.
till the end.
So July, but for July 21st, can we make a motion on those? How do we agree on those, or
The July 23rd?
the July 23rd?
No.
No,
can't.
he's saying that he's
Those
not
two-
Oh,
doing
for,
it.
oh, for both you said. I'm
Both
sorry.
those I
missed.
won't.
Gotcha. All right.
But for the,
For the
I will
August
be
one, we
able to,
can.
be happy to make a motion to approve the August 27th meeting minutes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So we can always kind of table the rest of this to the end if we
Okay.
want to have a little discussion. How's that?
Very nice.
Do we officially need a motion, David, for that, or
To
can we
change
just?
the agenda?
That's fine, we can just push it down
Just
the
push it down, we
agenda,
don't
that's
need,
fine.
okay. So we can move on then to item 4, which is a continued public hearing and possible action for application 2025-2, West Pond Road, Glenwood Road, application for subdivision for 5 lots. Owner applicant, Bick Investment Properties LLC, Bruce Shoshone. Continued from June 18th, 2025, July 23rd, 2025, and August 27th, 2025. So go ahead, just identify yourself for the record, and please
Sure.
proceed.
Thank you. My name's Annette Ellis. I'm a professional engineer with Giuliano Associates in Wallingford. I'm here for the applicant, BC Investment Properties LLC, Bruno Chacon. And as you mentioned, this application has been reduced to a 5-lot subdivision. It's still on 30.9 acres, and it's still in an R80 zone. Access on West Pond Road and Glenwood Road. Just to remind everyone, there are 9.94 acres of wetlands. With this 5-lot layout, we're reserving one parcel for open space. It's 3.09 acres with access on Glenwood Road. It's 10% of the total property, which is what's required, and it abuts the North Branford Land Conservation Trust. The 5 proposed lots range in total area from 2.58 acres to 9.06 acres. They all have more than 80,000 square feet, not counting any wetlands area. We have one area of wetlands disturbance, as we've discussed. It's 2,872 square feet of disturbance. It's for the driveway for the access to lots 1 and 2. We're creating an easement over lot 2 in favor of lot 1 in order to have just the one wetlands crossing. Similar to lots 1 and 2, lots 4 and 5 also share a driveway. We're creating an easement over Lot 4 in favor of Lot 5, and this driveway has been relocated to work better with the existing contours of the land, so we don't have a lot of the cut fills that we had before. We've talked about this project a lot, so at this point, if you have any questions about the new layout, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay. Any questions at this
None
point
here.
from the commission? Everyone's all set? Okay. So at this point, then, does everyone have a copy of the draft motion?
No.
I guess,
No,
like-
we don't. This is the old one
No,
with
oh,
the
okay.
6th lot. But
So-
I still
oh,
made
oh,
notes
sorry,
on it.
Sorry, that's okay. So, do we can probably close, well, I maybe get
Yeah,
ahead of
we have to
myself.
close the public hearing
public hearing
first.
today. But do we have to draft a motion for approval for this, or is that something, we have, the-
I think I left one up at your desk.
is that the one
there
that was on
somewhere.
mine for,
Yes. So you need to
oh,
pass
maybe
these
this
out
is
to
pocket,
us.
sorry, okay. I did, I thought,
Before we do the, does it state in the motion, does it state?
No, and that's why I made several revisions to this.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that there's these placards
Or
Placed.
boulders, yes.
are placed every.
So speak to Annette relative to where you would like them located.
Well, I think, in my opinion, they should be at the 100-foot
Correct.
border position, and they should be on posts of some type, and there should be a post every 20 feet delineating the wetlands, so that it's understood that these are protected properties.
Every 20 feet?
Yep. Because
Yeah.
if you look at North Haven, for example, I've seen a lot in North Haven, these things, you could boom, 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 you see them all, they're not hidden, they're not far apart, they're like every 20 feet.
So that shows the outline of the
So
border
it shows the outline of the
of the
border.
wetlands. So it's 100 feet. Yeah, because I have special conditions down here that I wanted to include, including the boulders or the signage to designate the wetland borders. No dumping, cutting, filling within 100 feet of the wetlands, open space to be designated by signage or boulder, especially where the old paper road was going. So I have. all
That's
those
in the-
as well.
that's good, we usually,
The placards will be at the wetland or in the
Right,
buffer?
100 foot from the
100-foot
wetlands.
100-foot delineation mark. This way, we're assured that no one's going to go into the wetlands.
So there's no cutting, filling, or dumping within that area.
Right.
And I want to know why number 5 was left out of the standard conditions and number 14.
I'm not sure. What is number 5?
So 5 is prior to issuance of an administrative wetland permit by the Wetlands Enforcement Officer duly authorized agent. Consistent with this approval, prior to any site disturbance or construction, the permittee shall complete the following: any required driveway or erosion and sedimentation control bond as may be required shall be provided. And then 14 is, upon completion of the regulated activity approved herein on a lot-by-lot basis, the permittee shall notify the Wetlands Enforcement Officer or agent for a final inspection and confirmation of satisfactory completion and compliance with the approved site plans and all standard and special supplemental conditions, requirements, and modifications of this approval.
I think it was just an oversight.
Okay, well, those need to be added into the motion.
I was thinking-
Those are part of our regs.
yeah, we just, they come with all applications,
Right.
actually, all standard conditions. Yes, Bob?
Question, through you, Frank. These placards, where are these available from?
From the town.
And
We had them made.
We
had them
pay
made.
for it, and they
No,
just
they
need-
buy, they buy.
They have to buy 'em
they
from
buy
Why
'em
would
from
they
the
need to
town.
buy it if we're requiring them to
So
do it?
he has a stock, boxes and boxes of these, we're told, and you buy them from the town. So you would have to put posts up and attach these to the posts.
Nominal cost, like $2, or what is it? Any idea?
Well, we
I'd have to go back and look at what
Yeah, I
we've
was gonna say,
charged.
we've done it for others. Since he's been here, we've done it for a few properties.
Timothy, and we have the applicant, we don't have an objection putting up the placards and acquiring them from the town. The one thing, well, two things I would ask the commission to consider is whether 20 feet is an appropriate interval. I know in Hamden and North Haven, they do 50 feet. And 2, instead of installing posts in the ground, can we use existing vegetation?
Yes,
For
you
instance,
can
if there's a
use
tree?
trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, as long
'Cause
as
that seemed to be less
as long as
intrusive
You can
than
use
posting
trees,
signs.
and we've also used huge boulders as barriers too.
Find the signs of leisure, but
Whichever.
boulders, and some look very aesthetically nice, but we don't expect you
But
to.
the problem with the boulders, this is my opinion,
The signage
is the
doesn't stick to
signage
it.
isn't
Yeah.
there,
We-
so people don't understand why the boulder's there. I prefer the placard. And this is kind of small, but
Yeah, I'm not objecting to the placard. I think that placards make sense. I would just want to take advantage of the natural topography
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, that's-
vegetation
oh,
out there if we
absolutely.
could, instead of
Yeah.
putting
As long as it's
stakes
not-
all through the
obviously,
property.
common sense would say you wouldn't put on a dead tree that's ready to come down. We can't predict every tree will, but yes.
Nice.
did you?
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's well done.
The only thing I would say is, if, I mean, however you guys feel, I would be interested to know what other towns actually use, but that doesn't mean we can't pick,
You mean as
more
far as
stringent one.
signage?
As far as
No,
space.
Space,
Space.
because they're
Well, I know
asking for
there- I
50
know
feet
there's a
instead of 20.
house,
That's all. I just want to be consistent,
There's a house on 22 that I pass in North Haven, and it's just a normal size lot, and they must have 3 or 4 of them that you can see from the road, so they're about every 20 feet.
Right, well, what I'm saying is, if people want to move them closer, we would never have a problem with that, but I'm just saying, if we're going to require it, we probably should come
That
up
should be
with that.
something we should put in the regular.
That-
I'm open, I'm
yeah.
not rigid on that.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I
that-
just threw a number out.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
Frank,
I-
it's fine, if everyone decides, I'm just saying if, because someone really asks, it should be in the
Oh, yeah, it
regulations.
should be in our
Or,
regulations.
and it should be something that is hopefully consistent with, surrounding towns, doesn't have, we always don't have to do exactly what they say, but we should at least
So-
make a precedent, because I don't want to just tell them 20 feet and say, the next guy says, 60 feet or 40, or, I just want to have it, that's all, I just want
No, maybe
to.
that's something we can have David find out for us.
And for what it's worth, I'm the been the town attorney in Hampton for the last 25 years, and the Wetlands Commission does require those same placards,
Yeah.
and they have them at 50-foot intervals, is
That's
what
fine.
they
Okay, that's
have in their
fine,
regulations.
that's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
That's fine.
We just want to be consistent, and I know a lot of towns are adopting them, because it's just nice, good information for,
Yeah, once too many times.
so I don't have a problem with 50 feet, I just.
So you want to make the motion since you have all the information?
You wrote, no,
Because I
you,
don't have any information.
no, you always do a good job down writing that, but yeah, just definitely mention about that,
Yep.
this
Standard
addition of the standard
Yes.
conditions be
Yes.
revised to reflect the 2 missing ones, that's all. Otherwise,
Okay, I move to approve IWWA application 2025-2, site plan for development of a 6-lot subdivision located at West Pond Road and Glenwood Road, Assessor Map 27B, Lot 18-1. Regulated activities include clearing, excavating, grading, filling, and drainage. These activities are detailed in the submitted application documents and shown on plans entitled Land of BC Investment Properties LLC, West Pond Road, North Branford, Connecticut, prepared by Giuliano Associates, containing the following sheets. Sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and they're all explained in the motion. With the following conditions, 1 through 15, including the revised number 5 that's missing and number 14 that's missing in this draft. So we need to include 5 and 14. Plus special conditions of the signage to designate the wetlands border within 100 feet of the wetlands, no dumping, cutting, or filling within 100 feet of the wetlands, and open space to be designated by the signage or boulder, especially where the old paper road was going.
I'll second that.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, motion passes, good luck,
Yep.
you're welcome.
We didn't technically close the public hearing yet.
Yes, I was gonna do that next.
That should have been done first.
I know, you're right. So, you're absolutely right. So just as proper procedure, we need a motion to close the public hearing, just to finalize this application.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. It is closed. Very
Thank you.
good. All righty. Let's move on to item 5, old business. It looks like there isn't any. Item 6, new business. Unless you have something, David, it looks like there's none
I
there.
have no new business.
Okay, I guess next would be number 7, Wetland Enforcement Officer's Report.
I have no report.
Okay.
Has,
Then,
can I just ask a question on that one? Has there been any further development with the Mill Pond back area? That they clear cut and DEP was
No.
getting involved? No? Okay.
So
No,
were-
they are moving forward with 40 Ciro Road, which is the propane facility business. And they've cleaned out the detention basin
I've seen that. I actually
and
drove
mowed
by it.
all the invasives down, and they've planted wetland seeds as we've directed. They're going to put plugs in shortly, and they're managing that basin. It's going to look quite nicely.
Is that, excuse me, is that the one that we did the site walk earlier in the?
No, the one in
No,
front of
That's
it.
a
It's in
different, that's the
front, it
propane
was
one.
Yeah,
near it,
propane
yeah,
one.
when we did the
Yeah,
site
that's
walk,
what I
the
thought.
propane was probably between that and the road,
That's what I
heading
just wanted
heading more towards the
clarification.
dump,
Yeah.
old
Yeah,
dump,
okay.
yeah. But it wasn't in that vicinity, yes, it was all covered with brush, you probably couldn't even tell. I just
But
happened
that
to go by-
detention pond serves everybody.
Right,
Yeah.
I remember, it, yeah, so it's important, that I'm glad that was cleaned up, because it's gonna be functioning now for that property, and.
Right.
I
For
just-
a couple properties.
Couple properties, right, in addition to any other, the other property on the other side. But yeah, I happened to drive by last week to get some propane down the street, and I saw all the, how nicely it was done so far. Hopefully.
Yeah, no,
it's continuing.
it should be good.
Good, good. Now, one last thing before we adjourn, I just wanted to have a little discussion about the minutes, so we can
Okay,
just
so-
clarify that, so
All
feel
right,
free,
so,
Frank.
first of all, I think, I spoke to the town manager, and David knows this, I spoke to the town manager. And what he told me was that since our agency is really affiliated with the state, the only authority the town has over this agency is selecting us. Other than that, we can do what we want. And he recommended, and hopefully I'm quoting him correctly, that we formalize how we want our minutes done. So I went to our library, went online, and I got Robert's Rules of Minutes. The latest one, I think, is 2022. It's over 1,000 pages. I pulled out the most recent pages that talk about minutes, which was in the packet. And it says, in an ordinary society, the minutes should contain mainly a record of what was done at the meeting, not what was said by the members. That's under section 48.2. And under section 48.6, it says, the use by the secretary of a recording device can be great benefit in preparing the minutes, but a transcript from it should never be used as the minutes themselves. So what my recommendation is that we make a motion that going forward,
Right.
that our minutes follow Robert's Rules of Orders, which they always have. Regarding the two sets of minutes that we did not approve tonight, I truthfully, there's a lot of work there to change those.
Right.
I think it's a waste of anybody's time, especially our secretary's
agree.
time, to do it. And I don't want anybody to toil over it.
Right.
So my recommendation would be those two sets of minutes, we approve them, but put on them that they're not, that they're
They don't meet
a
Robert's
loose, they're a
rules.
they do not meet Robert's rules, or they're a loose transcript or something
Okay.
like that, and just leave them as they are. Because there's, the recordings are on Totucket TV, whatever.
I agree.
To spend another minute on them is a waste of time.
It would be a lot of work to.
Yeah, and
because
it's not worth it. Let's just go forward. The minutes that were August 27th, I think that was the date, were wonderful.
Right.
And let's just move on and not go backwards.
I agree, we should make a motion just and state that that even though we're approving them, they do not meet Robert's rules, but
So the first thing I'd like to do is make a motion that henceforth.
Wait, we've got
Oh,
to change the agenda if you're making a motion to add something. If we're changing something, we have to add it to the agenda.
Oh, we do? All right, well,
Oh.
that includes improving the minutes?
Yeah, well, if you're changing something about the minutes going forward, we need to make a motion. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I was
sure.
gonna do.
But I mean, I think it has to be on the agenda.
so
Oh, it is
let's
on.
just
It is?
have, maybe, we'll
Is
just
it?
make a quick motion that
Wait,
we
hold on a
add.
second. It's the discussion regarding the format of the meeting minutes.
It's on,
Yeah,
oh, it's
So
on,
it's on the
discussion,
agenda.
but Is that,
yeah, that would cover it, right?
I thought that covered
Yeah.
it.
Because we did, David put it.
Yeah,
on
and we can back up to our
We're good.
previous,
Because it's not, because it was on
Okay.
here, I think you're right. If it wasn't, we
Okay.
would have to add that. but
That's fine.
We're good, okay.
So,
I would just make the one comment that we have Robert's Rules of Order, but we also have FOIA requirements,
Yeah.
which that the minutes are put on the town clerk's website within like 48 hours. So all these minutes have been posted already. And the way you amend minutes is not by changing them, it's by making a comment at the following meeting when you discuss it
Yep,
to change it.
Which is what we want to do now, is that, so
which
you're
is
saying
what
that-
we've done in the past.
so I was thinking we do two motions then, because we did table the minutes, right? We do two motions, one approving the minutes of June 18th and July
Separately, yes.
23rd as they are, with a change made that these minutes do not meet Robert's Rules of Order.
Yeah.
Put it along the top.
Yeah, so
Does that
that's
make
the
sense?
motion.
Yep,
So I make that motion.
okay. Do we have a second for that motion?
I was only here for one of those
Oh,
meetings.
hello.
I
Yeah, I'll
can't.
second.
Second?
Yeah.
I, second, all right. All in favor?
Aye. And now I make another motion that henceforth, all meeting minutes follow the latest edition,
Time out, sorry, Frank, I got into, you weren't here for one of the meetings either.
Well, I mentioned that before, on the 18th, I was not here.
Right,
His
so-
motion was for the other.
Should we do them separately
We
then?
have
Okay,
to,
so
because I have to
yes.
do the 18th,
Right.
and he has to do the
That's what I
23rd.
Okay.
That's what I thought, that's what I said, we should
That's
do them
fine.
separately.
All right,
Okay.
so I make a
Just trying.
motion that the June
Yes.
18th
Yes.
meeting be amended to state that these minutes do not meet Robert's Rules of Order.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
so that's
Okay.
that one.
I make another motion that the minutes of July 23rd, 2025 be approved as written with a statement added that these minutes do not meet Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay.
Second.
Do we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Now I make
Now we're
a
good.
third motion that henceforth, all meeting minutes meet Robert's Rules of Order.
Do we have a second?
How much less information is in the minutes if we do it just by Roberts?
I think it could be whatever we want, truthfully. I didn't improve, I didn't attach to the thing all of the
So it's still
things.
gonna have all of the
You
things.
still have
that are-
everything,
Oh,
it
yeah.
has to have
Okay.
everything.
Just like we've always had.
They'd be
And-
like what they've always
Always
been.
been.
And the
It just
full
wouldn't be a
transcripts will
transcript.
always be available. If you ever said, okay, what,
So it's a basic summary.
Yes.
instead of the
Because let's
full thing.
face it, since we've been doing this, now I don't know how she's doing the transcript, but they always used to
Yes.
copy them on that machine back there, so there always was a transcript.
there's always a complete
So-
transcript.
Okay, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Very good, Frank. Thank you. I think we're good. All right, again, before we adjourn, any other issues or?
Okay, a
Items
question. David, I think he said, or you said, that the minutes are posted, but they're not posted until this organization has approved them.
No.
correct?
No,
No.
they're posted within 48 hours of our meeting.
All right, so how can you have minutes if they've not been approved?
Exactly.
But they do that.
Because
do.
they get, at the next meeting, you approve them. And if you want to make changes to the ones that are posted, you just make those changes at the meeting. So if
really,
you're,
those are draft minutes, it should be
Yes,
labeled
and
draft
it
minutes.
should say draft
Right,
minutes on
right,
them.
that's the key, as long as it says draft and.
well,
I
whenever,
don't know if they're-
whenever you follow minutes in the town clerk's office, you have to look at the minutes that are posted, and then you have to look at the next meeting and see if they've been changed or not.
That's interesting.
That's,
But they don't say draft after
Yeah.
48
Yeah.
hours?
I said, well, I'm bringing this up for a reason. This is interesting. I realize our discussion is only for this commission. However, some of you may know I was on the building committee for a couple of years. Those minutes are exhaustive. And it's all about, well, Al Rose said this, and Whitworth said that, and this, it's pages and pages of things. So when I saw the pages and pages of things here, it didn't bother me, because the building committee does it, why can't we do it? Right? But you bring up a good point, and I support that. There's larger implications, though. The implications are, is building committee still doing the 10-page minutes? I don't know. I'm not on that committee anymore.
Technically, they should.
the shorter the better.
Yeah, and the other question I have too, for discussion, is you mentioned that the Roberts rules on minutes is like I think you're just
Well,
exaggerating.
but not a minutes.
It's
No,
not
Robert-
1,000
No, no,
pages.
Robert's rules
Yeah, Robert's
itself, the whole Robert's rules, I'm not lying, it's over 1,000 pages. The book is like this if you go to the
It used to be
library.
this big, when I was
Yes,
like a
it
young
did.
pup,
It's like this. That was maybe when he
Me
invented
too.
it, right?
long time ago.
But
Me too.
Yeah.
But the Robert's rules on minutes are these few pages
Oh,
that I.
So it's not 300 pages. of
No,
minute
no,
preparation.
no, it's a couple of pages. And
Very
then,
nice.
then what I didn't print was form of minutes, and they give an example. And I
Excellent.
didn't print all that out, and then there's an example.
Very nice.
If you want the full thing.
That's all, yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy a new copy of my Robert's Rules.
Well, they probably give you the condensed.
Yeah, I don't know, mine's.
Probably
You get the
probably
Robert's-
Robert's rules for Robert's rules.
The Robert's Rules for Idiots is
Yeah, right, yeah,
Yeah.
very
That's what I did.
abbreviated.
Yeah, you know, we don't want to be goofy about it, but I do think making the minutes simplified, it should be easier, I would hope.
Well, it's easier for everybody because it doesn't have too much information and it has the right amount of information.
Right.
Right. But if you ever had to go back, the full transcripts of these are always available.
Right.
It's very rare we ever need to do, but we could do it. That's all
But
we
to
need to do.
follow up on Bob's comment, I still think that the minutes should be listed as draft, because if we haven't approved them yet and there's mistakes in them, and somebody uses them as a case for something in the town, that's a dangerous thing to post them that doesn't say draft on
Well,
it.
or just say not approved and make them
Yeah,
approved. Like, and
something.
make not approved,
Well,
and then when they're approved, I don't know.
Excuse me, can I ask?
That's a good point.
These are the minutes of June 18th, and they say draft here. Is this what's?
But that's that's what I asked, and he
does
said
that
it's
go-
not
that's
said
not
on the
there
website.
When they go on the website?
It's just a watermark.
I
right?
don't
That show
believe
up.
so.
That shows
There's
that
a
a
watermark,
watermark
but that would show up on the
It's a,
website.
it's a FOIA conflict and I will get back to you at the next
Okay.
meeting to clean that up, but I know
Just so we
it's.
know, yeah, just in case anyone asks us or we come across it, but, yeah.
You know, and the other thing, going back to the one of the previous minutes, because they were on the town clerk's office, they were sent to Deep. And then, if you remember the letter that the lady from Deep sent back regarding the soil scientist, she 3 times, she said, I have issues with, I have issues with, I have issues with. She wouldn't have known what he said if it was if it was a
Correct.
regular minute.
Right.
So it kind of, unfortunately, you know, it embarrassed him a little bit. I don't care, but it's
Right.
It's not a big deal, but it's one of the reasons why that we should not have all that stuff.
Agree.
Absolutely. Yes,
So if
sir.
we're done with that discussion, I'd like to exercise another obscure provision in Robert's Rules, and it's called the point of personal privilege. So
Ooh.
with your indulgence, I'd like to, point of
Enlighten-
personal
enlighten me,
privilege. All right,
sir.
well, my point is, I want to thank Marie Diamond, you, for attending these meetings. I've been in other meetings where councilmen, councilwomen do not show up, and just having that support, I think, is important. So the fact that you're
Absolutely.
here indicates your support for the commission, and I know I'm new on here, but I was impressed by that when I first started here. And you've been here more than I've been here, so that tells you something. So that's my point of personal privilege. I want to commend you for your consistent attendance and support for the commission.
We appreciate it.
It's nice.
That's because she
Yeah,
has,
yeah.
Motion. I do, second that motion.
it's because she has a chauffeur, right?
Yes,
Yes.
she does.
Yeah, she does
She
have
has
a
a chauffeur.
Frank shows me how, says, get in done. No
Yeah.
questions
Right.
asked.
Exactly on
Yeah,
time.
you don't have a choice.
Right. You don't
It's
have a
like, get in.
That's right, however you get here is fine. We appreciate it.
I move to adjourn.
Okay,
Second,
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, very good.
Thank you.
thank you, guys.